Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing the 50 facts tag, and this is a tag that's been going around for a really long time, and then Ingrid did it just a few days ago and it made me inspired to do a 50 facts tag again because I actually did this 5 years ago when I first started my YouTube channel, but I think my facts, well at least some of them, have changed a little bit, so I thought I would do it again just in case you guys hadn't seen the one I made a long time ago. I have a lot of facts to give, so let's get started. I am an 80s baby, just barely. I was born in 1989, so I still like to consider myself from the 80s, even though really I grew up in the 90s. My favorite color always varies between different pinks and purples. I really like hot pink, but I also really love purple, and depending on my mood of the year, I will be more drawn towards one color or the other, but I've never really been like, or not in a long time, I've never been able to say, this is my favorite color. I mean, even right now, look at my nails. I've got pink and purple because I can't decide which one I like better. I've lived in 3 states and lived in 4 major cities. French Bulldogs are my favorite breed of dog, and I am so lucky to have one of my own. And this is her, Beta, my little Beta. You're so cute. What's a fact about you, Beta? You're 2 years old, you ate a sock, you survived. You're a sock survivor. Okay, I'll let you down now. I tend to be a lazy person. I don't like to get out and do much, so I have to really force myself to not be lazy in life. I'm an extremely loyal friend. I don't make friends with people very easily, or what I would consider to be a friend, but once I am somebody's friend, I'm their friend for life, and I am like a super loyal friend. I worry more than the average person. I worry about everything. I'm a very anxious person, and it's something that I have to actually be extremely intentional about to make sure that I'm not worrying and catch myself when I am worrying, and go through these like mental steps in order to be able to control my worry and make sure that I am being intentional about having peace in my life and not freaking out about everything all the time. I absolutely love Taylor Swift to the point where it's like fandom worthy almost. I listen to Taylor Swift and have listened to Taylor Swift at least once a day for years. It's pretty bad. In high school, I had the highest grade in my pre-calculus class. Nerd alert! I'm 5'9", and I believe that is 175 centimeters if we're using the metric system, so pretty tall for a girl. I remember my dreams absolutely every single night and every time I sleep, so even if I sleep for 15 minutes for a nap, I have a dream and I remember it. And usually they're really crazy and long and detailed journey dreams that are insane. I refuse and hate to watch horror movies. I won't do it. They give me nightmares, I get really scared, and I just absolutely will not do it. No amount of peer pressure can get me to watch a horror movie. I'm obsessed with psychology and personality types, so it makes me a very big nerd about that topic, and I'm very good at reading people and their intentions and their personality type, and people are my brain candy and I love to eat them. That didn't come out right. I have a size 9 shoe, so kind of a big foot, but I guess I'm tall, so it's okay. I absolutely love getting things in the mail. Like every day I check the mailbox here and I'm like, did I get any mail? And not that I'm expecting any mail, but periodically my mom sends me mail just because she knows that I like it, and it makes my day. European chocolate is my favorite candy in the world. Specifically, I love Marabou from Sweden and then Norwegian chocolate, and I'm not even gonna try to figure out how to pronounce it because it's really weird to say, but love European chocolate. I've been to 7 different countries: the United States, Mexico, England, Paris, France, Poland, and Netherlands, and Germany. I really like horseback riding. I never had the privilege of getting horseback riding lessons when I was younger, but I periodically did it for my birthday or went to like summer camp, and I was able to do horseback riding there. And I've actually gone since I've been in California too, and I really just love it. I play League of Legends, and when I say I play League of Legends, I play League of Legends a lot, and we're just gonna leave it at that. I don't warm up to people quickly in new settings. I'm a little bit more withdrawn, shy. I'm not even shy, I'm just quiet, I guess. I'm not shy. And I am very skeptical and observant when it comes to friendships in my life. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure that Joey hung out at my apartment for a good 8 months before I actually warmed up to him when he was hanging out with Megan, and I it took me a really long time to warm up to him, and that's just a very brief example of how I can be. I'm very guarded, I guess you could say, with warming up to people and being friends. So I have an irrational fear of rejection, and this might be something that a lot of people have, and I just feel like it's something that I struggle with. And I'm the type of person that when I get the hint that somebody is going to reject me, whether it's a friendship, a guy that I like, a family member, like anything you can think of, an employer, if I get the hint of rejection, I like freak out, go to like freak out mode, and I start to like push them away because I'm too scared of that it's gonna hurt if they reject me. And usually I'm wrong and they're not even rejecting me, I'm just being like hypersensitive to it. I guess it's just an insecurity. Yeah, we're getting real personal here on 50 Facts. I'm really scared of having nail polish on my nails that aren't a natural color or a light pink color. So right now, the fact that I have these two pinky nails as a purple, like a light purple color, it's kind of freaking me out, and I had to counteract it with the pink because if I have a color on my nails like blue, let's say, or all my nails are purple or red or an orange, I feel like my nails are dirty and I have to clean them, and it freaks me out, and I feel suddenly like really closed in, like almost claustrophobic, and it freaks me out. So all my nail polishes are really light colors, really light pink colors. My favorite food is sushi. I absolutely love raw fish and sushi. It is just, I can eat it absolutely every day, and it's not something that I've always liked. I hated it as a kid, and it took me a really long time to warm up to it and acquire a taste for it, but now I love sushi. I really like getting flowers, and when I was younger, because I loved getting flowers so much, I enjoyed buying flowers for other people too, because I knew how it made me feel when people would buy me flowers, just like friends, not like a boyfriend necessarily. But my grandmother used to give me every year for my birthday roses, like however many years I was turning. So if I was turning 15, I would get 15 roses, and if I was turning 16, I would get 16 roses, etc. And that was just something that got me accustomed to getting flowers, and now I just love getting flowers. I use Google Chrome as my main browser on my computers. I generally hate iPhone games, which is a weird fact, but anytime people are like, oh, you should download this game on your iPhone, I'm like, yeah, no, not gonna happen. Because I get really bored with them and I don't find them interesting. The only thing that I can tolerate playing are things like Word with Friends or word puzzle games. My favorite cereal is Waffle Crisp. It's a sweet cereal, so I don't really eat it very often, but when I was growing up, I'd always ask for it for my birthday, for like my birthday breakfast, if I could have Waffle Crisp. And I don't even know if they make it anymore, but it was sweet and yummy and cinnamony and just the best breakfast cereal ever. When I was around like 16-ish, I started to learn the guitar. My little sister, who plays really well, she was teaching me for a while, and then I quit. But I was pretty decent at it and I liked it, but I just didn't want to stick with it because I was lazy. Yeah. I'm half Cuban, but I don't really speak a lot of Spanish. I only know the Spanish that I learned when I was in elementary, middle school, and high school, so I know a lot of vocabulary, but not so much conversational. I have like a deathly fear of roller coasters, and I didn't even go on my first roller coaster until last year when I was at Playlist with Dan and Phil, or it was actually 2 years ago, Playlist. And they convinced me to go on a roller coaster for the first time in my life, and it was terrifying. And then they actually convinced me to go to my second roller coaster this year of my life ever. So roller coasters are scary, and I'll only go on them with cute British boys. I'm afraid of heights. And the next fact is, because I'm afraid of heights, I've never been skiing, and I am too scared to go on the ski lift. So yeah, that's not gonna happen. Skiing and me, nope. I absolutely love camping, and I don't know what it is about camping, but I just love sleeping outdoors and bonfires and waking up in the morning and just like being in nature. And it's really weird because I'm not a huge nature person. I don't go on a lot of hikes. I don't go out and do tons of things, but I really like camping. Spicy food is awesome, and I have a pretty high tolerance for spicy food. So when I get like Indian food or Thai food, I usually get like close to the spiciest. Or when I'm eating like Spanish food, I always put tons of hot sauce on it, or like peppers. And I eat hot sauce on everything. I go through hot sauce like so fast. I buy like multiple bottles probably a month. I had my first boyfriend when I was 14, and I think it lasted 1 month. Was I 14 or 15? Pretty sure 14. I can bend my thumbs back extremely far. Apparently it's a weird thing. I thought it was normal and everyone could do it, but apparently this is weird. And like I can bend my thumb like all the way back to touch my wrist, and it like doesn't hurt or anything. and like they bend and they're all like bendy thumbs. Blueberry muffins are one of my favorite, not one of my favorite, they are my favorite muffins, and probably one of my top 5 favorite foods ever. Love blueberry muffins. I can sing happy birthday in 3 different languages, one of them being Norwegian and Spanish and English, and I'm not going to sing any of them right now, but just thought I'd let you know. So I have a phobia of a very specific animal, and I can't even tell you what it is because I'm so afraid of it that I would not be able to handle people trolling me with it or sending me pictures as a joke or talking about it or asking me about it, and it's that big of a deal that I can't tell you what animal it is, but it's a crippling fear and it's so annoying, and it's something that I would love to get over, and I've done a lot of research on how to figure out like how to get over this phobia because it's completely irrational and doesn't make sense, but I have panic attacks every time I see one, and I will start crying, like hit the ground crying, scared that I'm gonna die, and it's just crazy. So sorry I can't tell you what it is, but I don't trust the internet that much. When I was 5 years old, I discovered the concept of making money, and I wanted to have lemonade stands and do things all the time to make money, and one time I just like put my bathing suit on. I lived in Florida, so like playing the sprinklers and stuff is a normal thing to do, and I would like go out and play with the sprinklers, and then I went around to my neighbors' houses asking them for money for the ice cream man because my mom wouldn't give it to me. My favorite place in the world where I feel most relaxed and at peace and happy is the ocean, and I don't know, there's something about the sound of the waves and the smell of the air and everything about the ocean that just makes me super happy. So I'm a little tan right now because I went to the ocean on Sunday and I hadn't been in a really long time, and I've decided I'm gonna start going more often because it really is my favorite places in the world are beaches, so I just need to go because I actually live like 25 minutes away, and that's not that far considering. Greece is the one place in the world that I want to visit before I die. This comes as a surprise to a lot of people, but I'm an introvert. I hate writing, creative writing, writing papers, writing emails, writing anything. I much prefer to talk, and I started making YouTube videos because I had a Zanga account and a blog spot and stuff like that, and I would try to write blog posts, but I never really did a good job at that. So when I discovered YouTube blogging, I was like, whoa, hey, I can do that because I like to talk, but I don't like to write because I write like I talk, and I feel like I'm not that strong of a writer, and I'm a perfectionist about some things, and I don't want to do things that I'm not super good at, and so I didn't like writing. And I don't like writing. I can't go into candle stores because the smell is so overwhelming, it makes me sick. I get headaches all the time, and I don't know why, and it's something that has bothered me since I was like probably 15 or so, but lately they've like been really annoying. Like I get probably like 3 to 4 bad headaches a week. I'm allergic to cats, which is one of those big ironic things because my name is Cat, even though cat and being allergic to cats and my name being Cat has absolutely no connection, but everyone in the world seems to think it's extremely funny that I'm allergic to cats and my name is Cat. I do like cats, but I can't really touch them very much. I touch Nugget because he's my favorite cat in the world, Ingrid's cat, and so I just suffer through the pain with him because he's worth it. I'm really, really good at Tetris. And last but not least, I believe every video, what's on her eye? Oh my god, what's on her eye? Does she have a sty on her eye? Is her eye okay? Oh my freaking god, her eye is driving me crazy. What's on her eye? I get that a lot, and it's actually just a skin tag mole type thing, and it happens to be on my eyelid. Eyelashes like still grow over it and everything, but that you can see the skin when I don't wear eyeliner, and it drives people crazy, and I think it's funny. My eye doctor said that I could get it removed, but what they have to do is they have to slice it off while I'm awake. I'm a baby, I don't like pain, and I don't want them to cut it off because I'm too scared of them slicing off a piece of my eye while I'm awake, and I had to get a shot in my eye to numb it, and I'm just not gonna do that because I don't care enough about what people think to do that when it involves pain. So yay. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed getting to know a little bit more about me. I enjoyed doing this, and you guys are awesome. And if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. It helps me out in the video, and if you like it, it's just your way of telling me that you like it, so I know that you like it. And leave a comment down below telling me one interesting fact about you that most people wouldn't know by just meeting you one time. Alright, well, that's all I have for you today. I will see you guys very soon with an all-new video. Be sure to check out my last video that I made, which was a salt challenge video where I talk about lots of money things in life, and then I do a salt challenge at the end, which is pretty crazy because I stick a spoonful of salt in my mouth, and it was pretty bad. And be sure to check out my second channel where I vlog pretty much every day of what I'm doing, and sometimes it's not interesting, but a lot of times it is. So that's it. I will see you guys later. Bye bye!